Okay, so I built this room in my garage for all my guitars that I had when I was teaching the Brett Gregory Guitar Studio. And I'm just about ready to sell everything. I thought I'd show my room. Candace made that for me. One of my students. Another one of my students made this guitar for me when she left. It's made out of ceramic or something. Anyways, we'll start with this. A couple of 45s from my grandfather's collection. One of them, Johnny and the Hurricanes. Wes Montgomery, my favorite quote about learning to play music. With a little inspiration, it's enough to go further. The first thing you know, you won't back out. The biggest problem is getting started. Wes Montgomery about starting guitar lessons. So this room became all my stuff, all my teaching materials, books, magazines, notes that I've written down, and things I've collected over the years. I've started to clean this room out a little bit, believe it or not, but I wanted to take you through some of the guitars that I had in here. Let me just do a pan around here. I'm going to be selling all these CDs too once I transfer them to a hard drive. There's some guitars on the floor and amplifiers. The only thing missing right now is my grandfather's ukulele, which I'm keeping, my first guitar my parents gave me, and my Rain Song Shorty. Okay, so here's some of the guitar row. Isn't that something? Who needs all these guitars? Well, the reason I bought all these was so I had examples that I could show my students. So I could show them different kinds of bodies, different kinds of pickups. I even had a piano in here. So when we were going over scales and just music theory, it's so much easier to see it on a piano. So let's start over here with the lore. This is my archtop lore. It's a 309. I've got Martin Monell's on here, the Tony Rice set. And it's a really dark sunburst, as you can see. And it's got a P90 in there. Really a neat guitar. My first and only archtop like that with just F-holes. And then my upright bass. It's a Cremona, and I ended up putting a string charger, which is a pickup system by a guy over in Larkspur, I think, makes these. And it's not an acoustic pickup, it's just an electric sounding pickup, so the bass sounds like an electric bass through an amp, but it plays obviously like an upright. Alright, a gift from my mother and father-in-law from Dollywood. They got me this. It's got a pickup system in it as well. Cigar box guitar. Alright, over here, first one on the ground is a Regal. I believe this is the RC2. It's the all-metal body resonator guitar. Next to it is the Gibson Voodoo SG. Really hard to see that, I know. Sorry about that. It's just all black. If you could get enough light on it, it's got a little bit of red rubbed into the grain, and then they clear coated it. It's mostly black. I don't know if I can catch that angle. I don't think I can. Nope. Next to that is a B-Bender Telecaster, alder body, and it's got the Nashville style where they put the Strat pickup in the middle. Maple neck on that. There's Kinman pickups in there, the ones from Australia. My 3 amps down there. It's a Pro Junior, Tweed Pro Junior made in the USA. My Ibanez acoustic amp, 25 watt, and then under the cover back there is the Blues Deluxe reissue. Okay, so first guitar on the end is one I picked up when I was in the Philippines, and it says Martin up on the top. It's not a Martin. They just silk screened that on there, but it's an acoustic bass, and it's been through a lot. It's got a lot of cracks on it. But look at this, what they did, how wide that is. That's about almost as long as my palm. It's about 5 or 6 inches deep, and then they cut out the body here. This goes in here, so as you lean it against your body, you kind of see that curve there. It's a really neat guitar. I'm going to give that to my godson. Next to it is the Dan Electro baritone, which is halfway in between a guitar and a bass. Next to it is the Rogue. This is the Beetle bass, the violin style bass, and all the controls are right. It sounds great. It's a hollow body bass. Underneath it are a couple just a cheap mandolin I was using, and then a ukulele so I could have a different tuning from my grandfather's ukulele. And this was my friend Steve's Fender mandolin I bought from him. It's a nice sounding one. Okay, so then here, gotta get a shot of the headstock. This is a 1911 Gibson L1. I may yet keep this one, I haven't decided yet. Next to that is another Regal, and this is more of a Dobro style. This is the RD40M. It's mahogany wood. Fantastic sound. Next to that is a 1959 Gretsch 6117. I bought it from the second owner who had it for years, and he installed a Bigsby tremolo and took the original one out, and it was no longer with the guitar. It's in almost perfect condition. 1959. Okay, next to that, I love these Rickenbacker 360s. I had one for a while, regretted selling it. It was all black. I thought, if I'm going to get another one, I want to get the natural look to it. Thing's a beauty. Next to that is a Martin DM, and this was, back in the late 90s, early 2000s, they were making this called the Road Series, and it was a dreadnought size. It was supposed to be a little bit less showy. You know, see there's no real bind, there's like a black painted binding. There's a very small rosette, and then I added in an LR Baggs pickup system. Won't focus on that, that's okay. Which is the I-beam and the Element mixed together. I had the other Telecaster first. It was a B-bender. It was so heavy. I thought, well, I want to get one that's a little bit lighter. So I bought this one used. It's just an American Standard Fender with an ash body, so it's very light, and I also put in the Kinman pickups on this one, and a Fishman acoustic bridge. Can't really see it there, but that's what that is. Next to it was what for a long time was my dream guitar, which was the Breedlove C25. And this guitar is just amazing. It's a koa wood binding and ebony fretboard. It's one of the original Breedloves when Kim Breedlove was when he still owned the shop. Spruce top and rosewood back inside. Just a piece of art, it really is. And the sound is incredible. It's a 14 fret guitar. Next to that is a little travel banjo, another Rogue product. And then a Martin backpacker, which was a lot of fun. And this is the Affinity Squire Fender Telecaster, the budget one, but it's the butterscotch color that everybody likes. This is my first electric guitar, another Rogue. This is their Stratocaster copy. And then next to that I've got a couple of nylon strings. The first one here, the Aria, I had to kind of put that back together. The bracing inside had broken, and it's now playable. And then next to that is a Takamine CD 132 SC. Very nice Takamine nylon string with a cutaway and a digital preamp on the guitar. Next to that is another Takamine product, but this is the Jasmine S34. A budget guitar, and really nice. It's got the jumbo size body like that, and the narrow waist and a cutaway. Very nice guitar to play. This is a guitar I bought when I went to Texas. I needed a guitar to travel with me. Bought that. It's a Honer. And then on the end is a Fender 12 string, which is the DG1012. And then finally the last one is an Epiphone Casino. I like this. I put this truss rod cover on here. John Lennon's drawing of himself. And then it's the natural body Casino. Alright, that's pretty much the tour. There's not much else in here. And all these guitars are going to be gone here soon. I'm finishing up my recording, and then I'm going to sell everything in here. The amps, the guitars, CDs, give away the books probably, and that's that. Thanks for watching.